What is up, everyone? Welcome to Game Week 15, episode number 49. We are on right now. So, welcome everyone to the FPL Gameweek 15 podcast. My name is Ryan from the Football Chatbox. I'm joined with my co-host Roy. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Hello, hello.
For some reason, you started to go more slower now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We're good. We're okay. You were like in slow motion as you were rolling the sleeves.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Try again.
It's fine. It's fine now, I think. I think we should be fine. Let's see.
I think we're good.
How's the day been so far? Season so far looking good as well?
Life is good. FPL, I mean, since I used the wildcard, things seems to be going downhill.
Yeah, that was what happened to me. And I used it way earlier, so that means my downhill started way more earlier.
Should never trust Salah. Never.
I know, right? See, I don't understand why you guys didn't see my downfall and went and bought Salah as well. We had this conversation with Rushant when you guys were placing the wildcard.
It's just like at the back of your mind, you always think Liverpool is going to turn the corner. Salah is going to turn the corner and start scoring shitloads of goals. That did not happen, right?
No. Instead, they lose leads. He scored.
And guess what? He's still in my team.
Yeah, exactly. He's still in my team as well. But the thing is, I'm tripled up on City at the moment that I can't even move out of him. Like I would want to get KDB, but if Haaland or Foden is not playing, then only we'll have to think about it. But yeah.
But why don't you change from Salah to? Oh, you're gonna have to use 2 transfers to get it to work.
And I've already made my 2 transfers. So anything I do more, it'll be for a hit, and I will take a hit most likely, but we'll discuss on who that will be later. But yeah, so far not looking good. I still managed to get a red arrow on 65 points. So we'll talk about that as well. But let's get started. If you are new, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And shout out to Tin, who is also in the chat. Okay, season ticker, basically a fixture ticker. 2 more game weeks left. Everton right on top there, followed by City, Bournemouth, Brighton, United. Those are basically your top 5. You got Arsenal almost near the end because of the Chelsea fixture, and you have Liverpool also at the end because of that Spurs fixture. Although, to be honest, I have a feeling that there's a chance that Liverpool could lose that game at the rate they're going, even though Spurs have probably lost Son towards an injury. But we'll speak about that in the fixtures. And then at the bottom,
but this will be the turning point for Liverpool.
You think they're going to hammer Spurs?
From what happened, I don't know. But there will be a point.
Yeah,
Liverpool start getting results. I'm quite sure of that. Once they get players coming back from injury, the result will have. It has to turn.
I mean, in the Champions League, they're scoring. They beat Napoli, one of the best teams in Europe right now. 2-0. Salah is scoring goals there. Why can't he just do it more frequently in the Premier League? I don't know.
They can't beat Leeds United. They can't beat Nottingham Forest. And Arsenal beat Forest 5-0.
Yeah, exactly.
And Liverpool lost to them 1-0. I mean, how's that work?
I don't know. At this point, if you want to face Liverpool, now is the best time for any team actually to face Liverpool. That's what I think. But we'll see. I think I still might end up with like Salah in my team. Because there are other fires elsewhere, to be honest. Like if Foden gets benched, I need to deal with Foden. I can't deal with another Foden mention again this week. So we'll have to see with regards to that as well. But yeah, Fulham right at the bottom. Anyone with Mitrovic, now is probably the time to get rid. Because City and United up next. And also if you have Tony suspended for this game week, and then City in game week 16, so he's also probably time to get rid. If you have both, unfortunate. Because I can recommend a few strikers, but yeah, not the best situation to be in. So let's start with the fixtures. We'll talk just fixtures. Leeds, Bournemouth. Anything to mention specifically from this game?
Well, it's really like talking about those games. We're really talking about who do everyone have in their teams, because you just look at the game itself. Leeds is in good form, I think.
Yeah.
They play well against Arsenal, and they've been playing well since that game.
Yeah.
They will beat Bournemouth for sure. I just can't see, and also they're playing at home.
Yes,
it's a big advantage. I think the players are still with the manager. I know the fans are not.
Yeah,
I
they
think
booed
the
him
players are
Yeah,
quite behind. They are behind the manager.
Yeah.
So I think Leeds will beat Bournemouth quite comfortably. And obviously City's going to win.
yeah.
No doubt about that. Forest, Brentford, I'm actually not sure. I think Nottingham Forest might get the result there because Brentford without Tony.
Yeah, probably.
They
Forest
really don't
need to
have any
win
teeth,
badly.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
keep going. Yeah,
yeah.
Brighton, Wolves. Brighton is in good form too, right?
Trossard. Okay, wait. Before we go in rapid fire on the fixtures, City. Let's talk City. You have Haaland, right?
Yep.
And I basically nabbed this from Twitter. Basically, this is what every FPL manager is right now. The question of whether Haaland starts or not. So shout out to, I think this was FPL Jack on Twitter. So shout out to him if he's the one who made this. What do you do with Haaland? Now, if you let's say you get information, or let's say you have the current information where Pep says we'll have to monitor and see he may be available, may not be available. We don't know. We'll make a decision the day before the game or late fitness test or whatever.
For me,
yeah,
my thinking is pretty simple. This is for me just too much. For me, it's pretty simple.
Yeah,
because you really got to look at this from long-term perspective.
Should you though? Because with 2 game weeks left, it depends on the value you have stored in him.
Exactly. So that's a good point. I mean, depends on when did you get Haaland in? Yeah. Most of us got him from the first week, right?
Yeah.
So you will lose 0.3.
Yeah, at the moment.
If you were to sell him.
Yeah.
And I guess after World Cup, surely, no matter what injury he's got, he will be back.
Yes.
After the World Cup.
Yeah, because he's not going to the World Cup.
So if you're thinking about getting him back after game week 16, then my advice is just keep him. Whether he's going to play or not, for me, it doesn't matter. It really is after game week 16 is important for me. If I lose 0.3, I want to get him back.
But what if there is a possibility, let's say he doesn't play this weekend, right? He gets sold again. Then you lose. Actually, he gets sold again. He could possibly get another price fall. That means the gap will go to 0.2, but then you will also lose value by 0.1 again. Because of your selling price will go to 11.7. So let's just say you're 0.2, right? You 0.2, you're willing to lose. Is that okay? Because 0.2, because I'm looking at it right now, I feel like so far we haven't had the need for so much of team value this year, just because the premiums aren't performing per se. But what if, let's say, Haaland was out this game week and you could move to KDB if you were to downgrade Haaland to maybe a Callum Wilson and upgrade one of the midfielders to KDB or even a Salah to KDB?
Yeah, I just think the value you lose is not really worth doing.
Yeah.
But if you don't care about 0.2, because ultimately his price was going to go up. Everyone is going to get him in
again.
Game week 17, the price will go up to where it is now. I just thought it just.
The other problem is
you
don't want to be in a situation where, let's say he misses this game week 16 he could still play.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you're still going to captain against a huge, like, he'll be the favorite captaincy choice on game week 16 as well if he's fit. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you're like, do you really want to back against all of that? I don't know.
Exactly right. I mean, it's probably wait and see.
Yeah.
Sort of all the big teams are playing against each other.
Yeah.
So you got Chelsea, Arsenal, United play against Villa. I mean, that's supposed to be an easy game for United.
But Unai Emery's first game back in charge.
I mean, Spurs, Liverpool. So all the big teams are playing against each other.
Yeah.
There's not really too much value there. I mean, the value becomes you need to pick players from the smaller teams and hopefully they score points. Newcastle, I mean, obviously you're going to triple up on Newcastle and City. That's the strategy, isn't it? I think if you got 2 Man City players, I mean, you get by.
Yeah, fair enough.
If Foden plays.
If Foden plays, that's another big question. And this is the problem I'm having right now, because I got a red arrow because Foden also didn't start, and he came on and just got 1 point. I would have been happy if he didn't even come on at all, because I would have got Guehi on with another 6-pointer. But yeah, and he played 90 minutes in the Champions League. So we'll have to see what happens with regards to that. Does he play again midweek?
Oh, did Foden play 90 minutes?
Yeah, he played 90 minutes in the Champions League.
Oh no, so that doesn't look good. That doesn't sound good.
The one, again, another advantage we have is there are 4 kickoff games, which means last time we got early team news just before the deadline. This time also maybe we could get a bit of early team news before the deadline. We don't know. Yeah. And then if we get early team news that Haaland is out or Foden's out, then moves will happen. Okay, let's say Foden, right? If you were to pick a player, if he doesn't start, if you were to transfer him out for any player within that price bracket or slightly lower, who would you go for? Or at least any 3 players?
The issue is that Saka is injured as well.
But he was pictured in training. I saw a photo.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I already sold him anyway.
Oh, no.
Okay. So I think get Saka in probably is a good idea.
Yeah. If he's fit.
If you don't have Saka.
Assuming Arteta says he's fit.
Yeah. Almiron is a cheap replacement. Yeah. He's in form. Who else I should get? I mean, look at
or Trossard.
I think Rashford is good pick, but getting closer to the World Cup, all those English players start thinking about, I don't want to get injured.
Yeah, I was thinking of that as well, but then I don't know. Rashford he's more of a player who's plays for the club per se. He'll give his everything, that kind of type of player. So I don't really mind that. Yeah. If it was like a Kane or a Sterling, I'll be a bit more worried. Because at the moment, we still don't know if Rashford is going to go for the World Cup or not even. That is still a doubt. I don't know.
I guess 3 players. Trossard. I mean, if you take Saka away, and then Trossard, Almiron, and
Rashford. Those 3 basically I can suggest. I can't.
Oh, Rashford.
You're not sure?
Bowen.
Bowen as well. The only thing is, the problem is, if I look at United's attack in terms of form, it's only Rashford on form right now. Bruno Fernandes is suspended for the next game.
True.
Sancho and Anthony are apparently not fit. Apparently ill/not fit. Martial also not fit. So we don't really have strikers. We basically have Rashford and Ronaldo up front. Yeah. So he kind of has to play. Gameweek 16 also, I think we might end up playing. We have to keep in mind that these teams also have a cup fixture in the middle this week. So it's not just 2 game weeks. There's a cup fixture as well, with City playing Chelsea in the cup. So that's an important game as well for that.
Do you think Pep is saving Foden for the Chelsea game? Just imagine if you're the manager, right?
I know,
you look at those fixtures, you think, I
would save him for the Chelsea game.
Fulham,
well,
Grealish will do the job.
Yeah.
Alvarez and Grealish and these guys will do the job. And Brentford is easy as well. But Chelsea at home might be a bit tricky.
Yeah, you'll want to play a full team. Game. Exactly.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah,
the more you look at it, I mean, sometimes you just have to make the changes and just don't look at anything again.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's true. I think, it's looking like a Foden bench in 90 minutes there, and then Chelsea midweek. So it's more and more looking like it, but I think I'll wait till just close to the deadline to see whether we get any league team news or not, to see whether he's starting or not. If I get that he's not starting, I'll make the swap straight away to either... I'll probably make it to Rashford, because I've already got Almiron. I immediately got him before his price rises. Because I was like, Zaha, out. I'm tired of Zaha. I got rid of Zaha.
You did?
Yeah, I did. tired of his performances, and the next 2 games are away. So I was like, nah.
I think 2-3 weeks ago, everyone was just buzzing about Zaha.
I
Just
know.
get him in. His fixture's
Fraud.
so good.
Yeah.
Nice. Rubbish.
Yeah.
Absolutely rubbish.
Okay, so Ivan Toney. Do you have Ivan Toney?
Yeah, I sold him.
Oh, okay. You sold him. Callum Wilson?
To Wilson.
Or-
yeah,
yeah.
Wilson.
Straightforward, I think. If you guys have Toney and Mitrovic, then I would probably Wilson is probably the most straightforward one, which is why he's on the thumbnail. But Calvert-Lewin could be a punt if you wanted to. Leicester and Bournemouth, not too bad, I guess, fixtures for Calvert-Lewin. That's if you need 2 strikers. Apart from that, would you have any other striker options?
No, I mean, Leeds game is, when I look at it, is pretty good sort of fixtures for Rodrigo or Bamford. But the issue with that is Bamford is not guaranteed to play the 90 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
true.
He seems a bit rusty as well. So
and
there really isn't many choices.
Yeah.
There aren't many choices.
No, there aren't. That's the thing. I mean, Darwin Núñez, if you can stretch the budget over there, but yeah. That's it.
He's in good form.
Yeah.
He's in good form.
Oh, Gabriel Jesus? Maybe. If you
I have a feeling that he might get yellow card against Chelsea.
I mean, he's avoided a yellow card all this time. That's the one reason I didn't go there. I was like, oh, he's gonna get a yellow card soon. The guy is just he's just getting points and not a yellow card.
I know, he got fouled so many times, and you just thought, oh, the yellow card's coming, but no, never comes.
So Maui out. Okay, maybe not against Chelsea. I think Chelsea might not be the team to bring Arsenal playing right now.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't get yellow card against Chelsea, then you can bring him in.
Yeah. Next game you bring him in because it's just 1 week. Yeah.
If there isn't any other fires to put off, I mean.
Yeah. And what is that? Arsenal, they're playing Wolves.
Wolves, right?
Couldn't have asked for a better fixture.
Yeah. I mean, Arsenal is in good form. Yeah. Anything we play against will be an easy game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Casual flex right there. Fair enough. Okay, so those will be striker replacements. Wolves, Brighton, I guess Trossard, we mentioned. Probably the only player I think I would take from Brighton at the moment. Everton, Leicester. Pickford's keeping clean sheets, thank God.
Yeah, this game really is like, you just don't know how it's going to go. I mean, Everton seems like pretty good with their defense now. So I imagine it's going to be a tight game.
Hopefully another clean sheet for Pickford. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, Leicester City, these 2 teams are a bit weird.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a very odd.
Don't know who's going to turn up on the day.
Yep, exactly. Agreed.
But just one thing though.
Yeah.
The teams playing at home always have
bit
massive
advantage.
Yeah. So
I think even in the last game week, I think 7 teams out of the 10 fixtures, 7 teams won at home. Liverpool lost at home. That odd case. Yeah. One was a draw, I think, the Fulham fixture. And the other one was Bournemouth lost to Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, even then Bournemouth were 2-0 up at the time. So home advantage is pretty strong.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast today, and I think it's Fantasy Scout.
Yeah.
I think they were talking about, they started saying 50% of the home team win the game.
Yeah.
And draw and away team winning the game is like half 50-50. So basically
25%, 25. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, home team has a massive advantage.
And there are 5 teams that have 2 home fixtures for the next 2 game weeks. So I think City. Let me bring the season ticker back up. City have 2 home fixtures. Then you've got Forest, West Ham. You've got who else? There was one more. Wolves. And I think it was Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Spurs.
Yeah, Wolves games can't be a bit.
Probably
right off, isn't it? No.
But West Ham, City, not too bad. Spurs even against, I mean, to be honest, Liverpool and then Leeds. I know there is no Son, but Kane itself is not a bad shout if you can get him.
Just thinking about this Liverpool team, right?
Yeah.
They were absolutely rubbish. Then they beat Man City.
Then
they
that was
turned
just for all
around,
of us
lost
to keep
to
Salah.
Forest. I just didn't get it. Then they beat City, and they lost to Forest. And
They might
Leeds.
turn up in this Spurs game.
I just feel like they need to turn up. I hate Spurs so much. I think Liverpool will turn up.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think Liverpool. I'm expecting them to turn up. Let's see. That's the final game for the game week as well. I would probably keep Salah still because I think he might turn. Let's see. He's scoring goals. It's just 1 goal a game week, which is not too bad. But
he does well in those big games.
Yeah.
He does perform. Yeah.
it's not convincing though. That's the only issue. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think West Ham is a good one. I mean, but
Yeah.
then again, they striker-wise, you just don't know who's going to play.
Antonio Scamacca, that's a problem. Yeah. I think Bowen looks better with
Pruri's there.
Antonio on the pitch
Yes.
as well.
Mm.
Yeah. So West Ham, I think West Ham defensively pretty solid. So if you had a defender and you want to play, you can play against Crystal Palace. But Chelsea Arsenal, what do you think? Tight game?
I mean, Chelsea lost to Brighton last game, and Brighton just smashed them, right? Against Arsenal, and they played midweek, and Arsenal will play tomorrow morning. So see how I'll imagine Arsenal play a half decent team tomorrow because we need a win.
Yeah.
But the main guys will be rested.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tight game. It really tight. But I think Arsenal will do well. Arsenal always do well.
Yeah, I expect Arsenal to win. Probably 1-0 maybe. It'll be very this thing. The thing is, I think Chelsea picked up a few injuries as well. Chilwell is back out, I think, injured.
Correct.
So that's another injury that they picked up. So we'll have to see.
Yeah,
if Saka
they
is
will
back,
play against Aubameyang. That Arsenal connection there.
Yeah.
That worries me.
Depends on how long. I don't think Potter cares about all of that. He just rotates so much that I don't know.
He will play Aubameyang against Arsenal.
He will. But
He will.
Yeah, I don't know if Aubameyang will do much, but we'll see. You never know.
And he will be. He will really want to score against us.
Fair enough.
For sure.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's a tough game to call. If you have Arsenal assets, I would still play them. Just because I feel like there are other files elsewhere that you kind of need to play them as well. So okay, that's Arsenal, Chelsea. Too hard to call. Chelsea assets, I wouldn't even look at. There's way too much rotation. If you had a Chelsea asset, I would get rid of Chelsea assets. There's just way too much rotation in that team. Villa United. Unai Emery back in the Premier League. And Villa play United back to back as well. We play them in the Premier League and then we play them in the Cup. So 2 back-to-back games.
They will focus on the league for sure, Villa.
But I don't know if the goalkeeper is out for. That's why the goals flew in the Newcastle game. Martinez got injured and then had to be substituted.
Is it concussion?
Yeah, I think so. So I don't know whether he'll be available to play. If he's not available, I like our opportunities. But defensively, I like a clean sheet. If you guys had Dalot, I would play Dalot. The man is right. I wish I got him in earlier now, but I didn't. Now it's too late. But he's racking up bonus points and everything. So,
yeah, it's good. Scoring goals as well.
Newcastle, Southampton.
Newcastle is in form, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be top 4 contenders for sure. Southampton, they play well at home. So it's a tricky game for Newcastle, but I think they will win. Away games in Premier League is hard.
Yeah, fair enough.
But most people will triple up Newcastle anyhow because their defending are good, attacking wise are good.
Yeah, they're just good at this point.
I think out of all these games, I think having Newcastle players would be a good choice.
Yeah.
If you have the money, and you probably already have 1 or 2 anyway.
Fair enough. I had only 1. I don't understand how I never tripled up. I was just ignoring Almiron. I was like, he can't continue this. But he keeps continuing.
He just keep going with it.
Yeah.
At least for these 2 game weeks, he will be still playing every single game.
Exactly. So I think triple up on Newcastle is completely fine. We spoke about West Ham defensively and we spoke about their strikers. Spurs, Liverpool, you kind of want
hard to call.
Hard to call.
Too hard to call.
Yeah.
I mean, both play. I mean, Spurs played a game yesterday. They play the same day.
Yeah.
But Liverpool is less intensive compared to Spurs. And Spurs must be exhausted, those guys.
So Spurs are now left in attack to only Kane. Everyone else out, basically. And
if I have to pick a winner, I'll pick Liverpool.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like Spurs. I just think
they have Liverpool eventually. I think this is the game they will turn up in, or have to turn up. The other thing is Spurs are the way Spurs are getting goals right now. It's like from set pieces and all of that. They're scraping through wins. If I had to say anything, they're basically scraping through. They're not looking great. So this is basically two teams who aren't looking great, although Spurs have finding a way to win. But we'll see whether Liverpool actually step up or not.
Yeah, I think Spurs been playing quite badly for this season, and people keep saying, "Oh, Spurs, they will come back. They will play better." No, they never will. they never will with that manager and that group of players. They never will.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think Liverpool will win. Hopefully Salah gets a goal or two. Maybe two is nice. Would be nice.
Yeah. Remember on Gameweek 1 podcast we were talking about, let's get Perisic.
He's been such a bad asset for FPL.
I told you guys, he's got pair of old legs.
Yeah.
He will not play that many games.
Yeah, he's been a very bad asset for anyone who got him in. Nah. Thank God. I didn't last there long. I like a couple game weeks and gone after that. Okay, so now moving into, we already saw this. Stats, Newcastle top for attack. Liverpool are second in this list. Can you believe it? Last 6 game weeks. But they're not scoring goals. They're making chances, but yeah.
That really shows that they just a bit unlucky, isn't it?
It's not clicking. Yeah. The other problem is, I think when Darwin Núñez is on the pitch, he tends to hog a lot of these chances. And he doesn't put them in. That's another issue, which is why the chances aren't being converted. He doesn't convert them, which is another problem.
They should have never lost to Leeds. I watched the highlights. No. They got far more chances than Leeds.
Yeah.
They're just so unlucky.
City on there as well, third. Brighton up there. And Arsenal, you make your top 5 teams. So Brighton, I mean, Trossard, if Trossard plays in that striker role, it's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
Against the next 2 fixtures, to be honest.
He is being used as a striker.
Yeah. So he could be a really good shout. So that's attack. Right at the bottom, you've got Southampton, Crystal Palace. This is why I got rid of Zaha.
But look at Villa.
I know.
6.
But then I think that's also because they hammered the team 4-0 and then they lost another game. So I think that's kind of this thing impacting it, that one fixture. Because these last 6 game weeks anyways. But and again, new manager, you never know. New manager bounce. That could be a new manager bounce. You never know. And then defense. Again, Newcastle right on top. They're just the best at the moment. In both categories. Yeah. And then you have Arsenal, City, and West Ham. Like I mentioned, West Ham, good in defense. And Brighton as well. So if you had Brighton defenders still from that previous few game weeks, this is a good time to play them. I've got Webster. Good time to play him right now, I think. And then your bottom, Liverpool, one before the last, just above Fulham. This is why they're bad.
Wow, the XG conceded 10.91.
Yeah.
What? Wow. I mean, the goal leads score, right? Yeah. That just a bad pass. Joe Gomez, that just bad.
Yeah.
But that doesn't look good at all.
No, it doesn't. For defensively, it doesn't look good. That's the only thing. So there will be goals in this game, I think.
But what's interesting, right? It's not like the defenders has changed. There's only one new person, Joe Gomez. Yeah. Everyone else
it's the same.
Is the first team from last year.
Yeah. I think it's that midfield that's slightly not ticking and then it's letting everything through. Because Thiago has been injured for quite a long time. But even then, the team is still good. I don't know what system.
I think they're just tired.
Yeah.
From last season, they still
that's a possibility
from last season.
Yeah. But yeah, they're right at the bottom, followed by you have Southampton, Everton also there, but I'm hoping that Pickford clean sheet. We'll see what happens. So that's basically it. I didn't take any player stats this week because I was like,
look at Chelsea. They're there at bottom 6, 7.
That's why I think Arsenal could get some goals in this week. So there is a possibility for Arsenal to actually come away with the win, and that means Roy's prediction of top of the table by the end of the before the World Cup kicks in.
Yeah.
For Arsenal. So 2 games left. Can Arsenal win? If Arsenal beat Chelsea, I think then it should be fine.
We will. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the prediction. We'll see what happens with that. These are the stats. Watchlist. I kind of changed it. Like I said, we were struggling to give you guys strikers. There's no one in the budget category that I'll probably go for. You have your mid-priced and premium Haaland. We don't know, but it's a small watch list compared to previously. Interestingly, budget midfielders though got quite a few options.
Yeah, that's pretty good pick. Those 4 guys are pretty much what you should look at.
Yeah.
Just interesting with goalkeeper. I mean, Kepa probably should be there as a...
True, but I was like, looking at the fixtures, I was like, Arsenal, will he keep a clean sheet? I don't really know.
True.
And then what was the other fixture? I think they had... Where is Chelsea? Oh, here they... And then Newcastle. I was like,
no way.
I was like, yeah, both teams are right on forms. I'm like, nah.
True that.
So yeah, this is probably the list to select from if you're looking for a player to perform in the next 2 game weeks, basically. I couldn't think of anyone else who you might want to get in at the moment who's on form.
I mean, Boltman from Newcastle, if you don't really have much money, should be a budget one. Yeah.
Instead of Shah, you could probably put him. Yeah. Basically another... But at this point, I think it's Trippier, Almiron, and Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
Thank God for those who went on Pope. They can't go for another Newcastle outfield. So, yeah. But yeah, that's basically the list. Now, before we go into teams, actually, let's go teams. So this is the teams. This is mine currently. Changes happening. 2 transfers already made. 3rd, depending on what happens to Foden. So we'll have to see with regards to Foden what happens to him. I might take a -4. It's either between Rashford or Trossard for me for that -4. But I've already got like Almiron and Wilson in for Mitrovic and Zaha. So those were the moves. And then we have to wait and see what happens to Haaland as well. Hopefully some early team news. And then this is Roy's team.
You know what? I lost to Roche by 1 point.
Oh no, head. Oh
yeah.
Sad. You have 2 free transfers though. So you've made Tony Wilson.
So what I've done is I got Wilson in to replace Tony, and I got rid of Saka.
Yeah.
I brought in Trossard.
Okay. Good job.
So what I'm thinking really is if like Saka is doubt, so I got in Trossard because I always want to get Jesus back in.
Yeah, fair enough. You can do that. Firmino to Jesus if
that's the plan.
Yeah. That will be a pretty good move. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Everything else that is pretty standard, right? So I got Somerville.
Yeah.
I mean, he would be a really good budget
if you wanted to play. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's much better than
whatever
likes of Bailey, for example.
Yeah. I mean, Almiron ideally, but Almiron's slightly expensive than Somerville, I think.
He's great.
Yeah.
Somerville, he plays so well.
So
I'm so unlucky, as you said. If Foden didn't play,
exactly. You would have got 7 points. I would have got my 6 pointers from Guehi. We would have both been on green arrows by now. But yeah, Foden decided to come and show for a few minutes. Okay. Before we go into like prices, captaincy.
Oh yeah.
If Haaland doesn't play, and let's say you can't get KDB, right? Who would you captain?
And Foden is in doubt of playing
Foden
the whole game.
Yeah.
So
I probably still wouldn't captain Foden, even if I thought he was going to play.
Really tricky. It's really tricky. This is really like anyone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This week it's quite. I'm kind of wishing Haaland doesn't play in one way, just because the captaincy will be wide open everywhere, apart from maybe KDB.
You might do like a defender, like Cancelo.
Cancelo,
You know what I mean? Like
Trippier,
because Trippier, Cancelo. But
Callum
the fact that
Wilson.
Newcastle is playing away, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only problem. The home, I would have backed them even more.
Yeah.
Bowen maybe, yeah, but form is a bit iffy.
There's not too many people out
I
there.
wouldn't go Salah at this moment, to be honest. Don't trust him against. Even though he's a premium option, I don't trust him with the armband against
Don't
Spurs at the
jinx
moment.
it. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. He might just score a hat trick.
You never know. That's also true. But it's a tough week for captaincy.
Mm.
If you don't have, if Haaland is not playing, and if you can't get to KDB, it's a tough week for to select a proper captain or a standout captain actually.
Yeah. Would you captain Haaland and really use the vice captain as the captain?
Yeah,
choice?
basically. If we don't know if Haaland's going to start or not,
we just captain him, right?
Yeah. If we don't get confirmed, like the last game week, we got information that he's going to be out, so I switched the captaincies to like Salah and then vice captain was Saka. But if we don't get that information, then I would captain him, and then vice captain
would be the real captain you want to do.
Yeah. And in that specific situation, based on my team and who I have, I would probably I'd probably lean towards Callum Wilson, just because of how on form Newcastle are, and also because I can't get KDB, because I'm already maxed out on triple City. So that would probably be my pick. Because if I look at my rest of my team, I go back to my team here. I can't look at any other like no one's standing out as captaincy option.
Yeah.
Maybe Trippier, but I wouldn't captain a defender away. That's the only problem. Yeah. And then yours.
I probably lean towards Cancelo.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Salah. I would do Salah. I want to gamble on Salah, really.
Fair enough. It's not a bad. I mean, if you want to climb up the ranks, and if that's assuming Haaland doesn't play, it's probably the most open week. You could probably try and take a punt on a captain. So yeah, we've also covered captaincy. So that's covered most of the topics. And then just before we call it, let's just check price rises, and also penalty. We have 2 free transfers because I completely forgot to make changes that we suggested.
Let's do that.
Yeah. So price rises, Almiron looks close to a rise. Apart from that, there hasn't been anyone else that seems to be going.
Almiron.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then Foden looks close to a fall, but we'll see whether he falls actually or not. But that's there. Apart from that, nothing too major. Sinistera is there. We need to look at Sinistera in the panel team, so we'll have a look into that as well. So let me switch to the panel team. 62 points.
Not bad.
I forgot to change the team. That meant the armband stayed on Haaland and vice captain was Rashford. Thankfully, Rashford scored. So it came in with some points. But still a tiny red arrow, but still at a pretty decent rank, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, exactly. So picking the team this week.
Yeah.
Oops. Got signed out. Okay, hold on. 2-factor. Okay, this is where I hide this thing. Let me give you. Okay, let me.
I mean, with the penalty, do we want to gamble with getting rid of Haaland? See how we go. Doing something wild.
I don't know how much is the selling value for Haaland. We have 11.8.
When did we get him in?
I think we got him pretty early as well. I don't think we got him very early, but pretty early. But same selling value as all of us as well.
So you already got Harry Kane in there.
Yeah, we have Harry Kane. So we can captain Kane if you wanted to. But we could also...
I think it's two... This is what I think, right? So everyone seems pretty good.
Yeah.
If we get rid of Haaland, get in Wilson, and get Trossard or Almiron in.
So we can get rid of Mitrovic for Wilson.
Oh, yeah, true. We can keep Haaland.
Yeah. And then we could get rid of Sinistera for Trossard.
Either Trossard or Almiron.
Yeah.
before the price rises.
Yeah. So Mitrovic for Callum Wilson?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Now, whether we go with Trossard or we triple up on Newcastle.
Let me see if I can even afford Trossard. Oh, 6.9, 6.6 only we have.
Oh, shit.
So it's got to be Almiron.
Almiron it is then.
Yeah. All right, triple up on Newcastle then. Here we go.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah. Too many players for. Oh no, we have Pope.
Oh man. Wow.
We can downgrade Pope if we wanted to.
What? Take a hit.
Yeah. It's not. Would it be?
Let's keep, but we'll have him anyway.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to get someone else in.
6.6.
We mean we can get someone really cheap in.
We could still try to go for Trossard and move. Who would you move? You could move Trent to some defender.
But so what? You keep Mitrovic?
No, we got rid of Mitrovic. We take a hit basically, a -4.
Oh, you want to take a hit?
Yeah, we could downgrade Trent to maybe a Dalot if we wanted to, and bring in a Trossard if we wanted here. That's a possibility. Oh, actually, we don't even have Foden or a De Bruyne. Can we get a De Bruyne? I don't know. I don't think we can get De Bruyne.
Well, you're gonna have to get rid of Haaland.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not possible. Yeah, there are a couple of moves that we can do. Like we could do Almiron, and then we could go for like a very good defender if you wanted to.
You can't have Almiron, right? Because you got 4 Newcastle players.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We can't go. We can go Trossard. Sorry. Or what we could do is we could just do the Callum Wilson move at the moment, and if Haaland isn't playing, right, we could move Haaland out and move Sinister out, get De Bruyne in, and play 5.9. Can we get a striker for that?
5.9. Yeah, I'm sure you can get someone, but you're never gonna use them.
No. Oh, you could get Solanke.
Yeah, maybe that'll work.
It's not the worst. Leeds and Everton. You never know.
Yeah. I think that might be a good choice. Yeah.
I
think we do that.
That's a possibility. But we don't make the Haaland move now? We just wait and see what happens? Or
yeah. To be fair, I can't see Haaland playing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't see him playing because if he's playing, he would need to be at least training for a day or so.
Yeah.
I just... It's Fulham, right? I
Yeah.
just can't see Pep taking the risk.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so we'll probably end up doing this.
Yeah.
But
we can do this right before the game, right?
Yeah, we can. So for now, we'll just do the Callum Wilson move.
Yep.
Okay.
Isn't Trossard's price gonna go up?
Yes, he might go up, but we're not getting him, right? We'll be going for KDB.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, let's do the Callum Wilson move.
Let's do something a bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who are we gonna captain? If we were to do that, we're gonna captain KDB. Right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Sounds good.
Confirm transfer.
Yeah.
And then obviously those will be the moves later. Okay, so that's basically it. I'll probably put Nico Williams for sub. You never know, Brentford could play.
Yeah, I think Nico Williams might do well.
Yeah.
Might score, might do assist or something.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't even mind starting him over Trent, but yeah, we'll see.
Come on, Trent's gonna do 3 assists and Salah's gonna score a hat trick. That's what's gonna happen.
We'll see. I mean, we don't have Salah here, but yeah. Maybe he does score. You never know. I'll take a hat-trick from Salah. I'll be honest. I'll take a hat-trick from Salah. So yeah, that's the panel team. So that's basically it. If anyone has any quick questions, get it in now. There are about 8 people in the chat. If not, we'll probably call it a day.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions? No. Yes. No. Make sure you hit the like button as well, and do subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the start of the year. So just subscribe if you are new. Doesn't seem like there are any questions.
But just to mention though, like Salah is not going to the World Cup.
No, he's not. Salah's not going. Haaland's not going. Which is why I still think they're pretty good players to own till the end of the game. Till the end of game 16. We have one question: how are you going to get KDB? If you're asking about the panel team, how we're going to get KDB, it's basically we would have to take a -4 because we have free transfer as well on the penalty. That would get rid of Haaland, get rid of Sinistera, getting KDB, and getting Solanke in the forward spot for a -4.
But usually, how other people do it is you're gonna have to get rid of another premium players like Salah. If you have Salah, you will get rid of him and replace with De Bruyne. That's probably most people will do.
Yep.
But because most people have Salah.
Yeah.
From 2 weeks ago. It's quite a popular move, right?
That's the thing. Like if you don't have, that's basically you'll have to get rid of Salah if you have Salah to get KDB for anyone else. But on this team, we can just do a -4, which is not too bad. It's not a -8 to get KDB in, which is pretty good because Solanke also I don't mind starting. The fixtures aren't too bad, to be honest. Leeds, not a bad fixture to play Solanke against.
Yeah, but I just have this weird feeling that Salah could do well.
Yeah. Ooh, good question. Why not Alvarez? I didn't really think about that. But I think Alvarez might be 6 million. Oof. Too short. 0.1 shot. Unfortunate.
How good is he though?
I mean, he's gonna start if he's not playing. I mean, if Haaland's not playing, he's definitely gonna start. There is a possibility he can get a goal. Like he's got 12 pointer before against Forest. So it's not the worst shot, but yeah, we're 0.1 shot to get Alvarez, unfortunately. Good shout though. Good call.
Yeah, it's a good call because if Haaland doesn't play, he will play,
Yeah.
Unless they play Force 9 again.
Yeah, and then KDB becomes an even better option.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically it. So thank you to everyone in the chat and everyone who got involved as well. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. We've spoken about everything with regards to Gameweek 15. Captaincy also touched. And yeah, thank you to Roy.
Have a good one. Arsenal will still be top of the league.
That's Roy's prediction. Arsenal top of the league before the World Cup starts. We'll see. 2 more game weeks left. We'll see what happens. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all for the deadline stream tomorrow. It won't be on Saturday because I'm not at home on Saturday. So it'll be tomorrow. Probably 9:30, same time. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And yeah, see you all later.
Bye-bye.